Hello, welcome to another Soulprint Mini. Thank you so very, very much for being here. I just want to start by saying if you would like a personal reading, in the drop box below is an email address, soulprint888@gmail.com. Just send me a quick email and I will send you out the information that you need. I've been told that my readings are very reasonable. In terms of price, I have been told that I should charge double and triple what I do, but I'm not going to. And they run 45 minutes to an hour. So just if you're interested, I wanted to just put that out there. Okay, so have you seen all of the little video releases that are getting dropped of Roger Stone and what was going on right around that election time, and the fact that he was, he was dictating letters to state legislatures, telling them that it was their sole responsibility who the electors were and what electoral votes got sent in. He was the one who, there was a film clip of him that was released earlier that basically said, blank them, whether we win or not, we're just going to tell them we won the election. So I'm kind of curious, do we think he might be that sixth unindicted co-conspirator? The political, whatever they called him. Maybe it's Mark Meadows. Maybe it's Roger Stone. I don't know. Like some of the other ones we've already figured out, those were the lawyers. But this one was not a lawyer. And I just am kind of curious. So either way, I want to take a quick peek and see how things are going with good old Roger Stone, because he's been really quiet. I don't know. Maybe it was the fact that Trump pardoned him and he didn't end up having to serve the jail sentences. I believe he was convicted of 2 felonies. But so let's just take a quick peek, shall we, at Roger Stone and see what's going on there. Also makes me wonder if Roger Stone and Trump are still in communication. Makes me wonder how Trump feels about the fact that Roger Stone got pardoned and now he's up on charges for kind of the same, area situation thing. Let's take a quick peek, shall we? Current trajectory, Roger Stone. Current trajectory, Roger Stone. Current trajectory, Roger Stone. Interesting. Okay. We're starting off with the Queen of Cups. So this is about, I sort of want to read this like reverse. This is about a little bit of a delusional mindset. It is about believing your own ideas and fantasies. It is about a very focused, self-centeredness. He wanted to be one of the big guns around Trump, one of the really important players. And he stayed loyal. And for that loyalty, he did get a pardon. Unlike so many others that didn't. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he paid the $2 million or whatever it was that Trump was asking for pardons. But he's definitely currently in a place where there is regret, there is concern, there is a little bit of paranoia, there's a little bit of sleepless nights, worry, anxiety. There's a sense of him questioning whether the decisions he made, the choices he made, were the right ones to make. Not whether they were right or wrong, just whether they were the strategic right moves for him, right? I mean, so much of what he did was all about, it doesn't matter what I do because Trump, my buddy, is going to protect me and he's going to pardon me. And so he did. Now, I probably should have looked this up, but I didn't. So I'm not exactly sure what the felonies are that Stone was pardoned for. So I don't know if the videos that's coming out now is putting him in any sort of legal jeopardy, but we must remember that those videos were sent to the committee that investigated. That information then went to Jack Smith. So, you know, it's kind of a crazy thing, but honestly, he has some really amazing cards here. There is this sense of trying to balance and he's trying to figure out, it feels like energetically, like he's trying to figure out how much do I kind of reinsert myself versus how much do I stay back and maybe, stay safe. These are not young people. And it feels very much like the thought of having to go to prison almost like scared him straight. It frightened him a lot. And so there's a sense now that he got off, right? And so energetically, it feels as if he's worried about some more stuff coming out, but this is it, right? He wants to be involved, but at this point, he seems to be scared to be involved to the point where he can find himself in a lot of legal jeopardy going forward. He, you have to realize he takes great pride in being manipulative. He takes great pride in being the trickster, right? There is no low enough. And let's remember that Stone and Trump have been friends for a really, really, really long time. And Stone has a very like mercenary, like cynical opinion of how governments should be run. And he really is of the opinion that if you're the president, you can do no wrong. And so therefore, it doesn't matter what you do, illegal or not, you still can't be blamed for it. And, that, of course, was exactly the kind of energy that, Trump was delighted to have around him, right? Because he likes nothing more than people saying, you're fine, you're the president, you can do whatever you want. And Trump is now learning slowly that maybe you can't do everything you want just because you're sitting in the Oval. He has some really, really interesting cards here. And I have to tell you, I'm kind of just trying to ponder out what they represent and what they mean. He has a sense of, it's like he doesn't want to exit on a downslide, which is Giuliani. It was a whole bunch of them, right? They needed to remain somehow relevant. But I have to tell you, this is kind of what's confusing me about these cards. He has the 9 and 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. So these typically are really, really good cards. Now, I think that the 9 of Pentacles is actually representing the manipulation of the government and the basically trying to steal or take the assets of the voters. The assets of the voters, of course, was their vote. So this is curious to me. He, with the 2 9s, Pentacles and Cups, it's like that's the energy that I was talking about, where I said like he feels like he got off, and so he's kind of reluctant to push his luck at this point. I'm curious, Tony. He also has the Wheel of Fortune, and I don't think that bodes well. The other problem is he doesn't have the kind of financial backing that maybe other people do. So he has to be very careful about what he does, because I don't even think that he believes that Trump can win the next election. Like, I don't actually think he believes it. And so I think that that's part of where he is being careful. I have the Justice card here on the Five of Wands. So we're talking about, you know, a lot of staticky energy, a lot of friction, but justice is here for him. He also has the Seven of Wands. So this is not great energy in terms of communication, in terms of messaging, in terms of, you know, people's perceptions of him, what's going to be said about him. So because I'm not getting the kind of clarity I had hoped for, I'm pulling out my pendulum. And I just have a couple of quick questions. Oh, don't forget, if you have questions for Friday Pendulum, please put them in the comment section, even in this video below. And so I can collect them all for the Friday video. Okay, Pendulum. Okay, so it wants to talk. It's ready. Is it possible that Roger Stone is the sixth unindicted person in the J6 charges brought by Jack Smith? Okay, that's a pretty big yes. Is Stone ultimately going to face legal consequences? That's a yes. And ultimately, is Roger Stone going to face justice in this lifetime, in this experience, in the here and now world? And that looks like a yes. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. I'm hoping to revisit this and maybe get some more clarity. You know, what it sort of feels like is he's scared that he could be that person, and he doesn't want to, like, it's almost like he doesn't want to do anything to draw any attention to himself. He wants to sort of stay in the shadows so that he, there's no spotlight shining on him. I don't know if that's going to work. Smith definitely has the ability to burrow under rocks. But I guess we shall see. Thank you so very, very much for being here. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on Pendulum Friday. Please don't forget to post your questions in the comment section. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.